Hello, welcome to Home for. My name is Maureen. I am the owner and the designer here at this page. Thank you for joining me. I don't know, it just blipped out and came right back in again. So it seems to be up to its old tricks again today for all of us, you guys. So come on in and join me. How are you all doing? Happy Sunday. Up right before me was Faded Fence with Trisha. She was making the cutest little pair. Well, she had one shoe today and one shoe yesterday. And she was making shoes for her granddaughter to be in a wedding as the flower girl. And then right after me will be Creating with Love and Grace with Heather. So come on in. I've got to watch almost everybody today, you guys. It has been so enjoyable. I've still been busy around the house and doing things, but I literally had to put my phone back on the charger before I could come live because I've been on so long today watching everybody craft. It's been very, very wonderful. A lot of different ideas going on today. Today is with Adventures in Crafting, and we are doing Crafter's Choice. I forgot to say that when I started. Sorry so much. When it bleeped out and came back in, you guys, it kind of threw me off. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Ramona. How are you ladies doing? Thank you so much for being here with me. So, do you remember yesterday, you guys, when I was live? Yesterday, we were with Adventures in Crafting. Today, we're with Adventures in Crafting. And yesterday, our theme was kitchen scraps. And I had taken some old pieces of metal. Do you remember this project? Hi, Lori. Hi, Melanie. And I made a wind chime. Well, I didn't like the way that wind chime turned out completely, you guys. It wasn't that everything that was done up to the point that, I had to go when my hour was up was great. It just needed more time to dry. I didn't realize painting the little metal cups, how long it would take for them to dry. And then I had some other little things that I wanted to do with it that I didn't get to do just because my hour was up and I did not judge my time right that day. Hi, Albert. How are you? Thank you for being here. So I'm back today for part 2 of my wind chime. Hope you guys don't mind. But I do have a lot more really to add to it. So I did post a picture yesterday of it done as much as it was done. And it looked silly. It really did. You could see the little, the wire that I'm using, the floral wire. It is 26 gauge, and you could just see it everywhere. It looked awful. Hello, Honey and Bear Creates. What is your name? Welcome to Home for Every Season and Adventures in Crafting. Hi, Mandy. How are you? Hi, Trisha. Thank you so much. Yes, it is part 2, guys. Hi, Jamie. Thank you for being here, everyone. Yeah, I think we needed to come back and have a part 2 because I really didn't get to do it the way I had envisioned it. So, all right, let me show you. I have these beautiful beads. I've had these, you guys, for so many years. They are these little round, they have a hole in them, and they're just like, they're like seed bead, on a bigger bead. They're gorgeous. Here's what they look like. Hi, Bev. How are you? Thank you for being here. And I have a whole baggie of them, and they fit right in with this silly wind chime, you guys. So there is all of those. All right. And I'd like to add them to the wire to cover the wire and to also give it more color. So that's what we're going to try to do today, you guys. All right. So let me, hopefully I'll be able to use some of these same wires. And then some of these, the orange especially, it does need more paint on it. But what I'd like to do is take, because it ended up with more orange than anything. Hi, Michelle. How are you? And I really didn't want that. Orange is not like my favorite color or anything. I did not mean to put 3 pieces of orange and all of that. So we're going to be just adding some colors to these also. Hi, Pam. How are you? Hi, Sam. Thank you for being here. So anyway, let's get started, you guys. And I'm saving this time. I learned my lesson yesterday. I am not doing any painting until I get everything else done. And then if I have time, I will add little polka dots or something like that to these little cups, okay? Hi, Tony. Hi, AAA. How are you? Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I just got our little laid down for hopefully a nap with some grape juice. And hopefully that works. And then we can sit here and craft together. All right, take this one little piece. I still have wires from where I snipped them all over in here. These little wires, sometimes you can't even see them with your naked eye. Did you know that? Oh, goodness. Okay, so here's one little cup that's orange. All right, so let's get started. Why don't we start with the middle one, actually. The middle one is a real pretty pink. And I loved the pink, and I love the lavender. For some reason, the oranges, they're not the same temperament. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Did you see those? Did you see those molds are made with Play-Doh? Did you see those molds? I don't know what you're talking about. I did see somebody use Play-Doh today. It was a challenge. Well, I'm glad you tried it. Did you have fun with it? I really don't know what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. Okay, so here is this little thing here. Okay, guys. Hi, Rhonda. How are you? All right, guys. So I also have some larger beads, but they're quite large, and they're all purples and whites. Let me show you them, though. They're very pretty. These would be pretty on a smash can used as the handle. Look how pretty these are. And they're big. They're very big. Aren't those pretty? I've had these for a really long time. I had a whole box of them, and I made like a curtain one time, and the wind blew the heck out of it, and they got all tangled up, and you know, I think I just threw them away. That was a long time ago. It's been years, you guys. All right, so let's just get some beads on here, and hopefully this is going to go the way I thought it would, because, oh, goodness. Well, we'll have to find the hole. Okay. So we're going to have to start over, you guys, because the wire where I had twisted it yesterday, it's not going to let that, it's not going to let the bead go all the way on there. So let's just start over with fresh wire. Hi, Barbara. How are you? Hi, Rhonda. You didn't know I was live, Barbara? I just started. Welcome in. Thank you for being here with us. All right, guys, so here we go. We're going to put this one on the end of the little cup. We're just going to do one little twist to keep it on there. Just like that, all right? Two little twists, just to keep it on, and I'll separate them like that. Do you see the little wire? If you put too much on, it might not fit the little bead. All right, let's get some beads on here. And I'm thinking if we do, we have 5 little cups, I think, right? With the middle, yep. So let's just get some beads on here. We can even use this little thing to put some of our beads on. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Hello, Posh Pines Designs. How are you? All right, guys. So you're just going to be watching me bead. And you know what? My eyes. As we get older, you got to love getting older, you guys. Our eyes get cuckoo on us, don't they? This is going to be really pretty, though. It really is. I'm excited to be able to come back on and finish it up with you guys. Hello, Beverly. How are you? No, you did not miss anything. I just started, literally. I just was explaining and showing that I didn't like the way the wind chime turned out yesterday. And so I'm back on today for part 2 of my wind chime. Look how pretty that's going to be. And then that covers up that wire. So if you go look at the picture I posted yesterday, you could see them wires everywhere. Nobody wants to see that. Isn't that cute? That's way better, you guys. I'm so glad that I decided to come back on and try it different, okay? Because I like this so much better. Let's get a little blue one. I love these little beads, and this is going to look so pretty in my yard. All right, guys. got to take you guys off of there. This is the one that goes in the center. So let's hook it on here now and put it in the center. I think we better put a few more beads. We want it to hang long and low enough to where you'll be able to see everything, right? The beads are beautiful. Thank you. It is going to be cute. Thank you. Hi, Tasha. How are you? Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Sam. Hello, Helen. How are you? All right, guys. Let me see if I'm getting these. Yeah, that's about a little bit longer, actually, than what I had them originally. All right. This is the original cup. And this one is going to hang about there. So I think this will be a perfect size. Let's count our beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to put 10 beads on each thing. All right. So now we're going to bring this up and string it over. It is kind of scraping up a little bit, you guys, where my paint is, just because it's metal on metal. You know how that goes. And then I'm just going to take this and hopefully leave myself enough wiggle room in here to wiggle this around. Okay. And then I'm going to take this one down here and I'm going to wrap it really good now that our beads are on. That'll keep them from falling off on us. And there is the first one. Look how pretty that'll look. See, that's way better, isn't it? I love it. So there's the top part, all the little beads, and the first little cup that goes in the center. All right, so there's that one. And then if you remember, I said I had little bells. Oh, this little bells thingy isn't working. What the heck? Hold on, his little bell thingy is stuck or something. What the heck is wrong with his little bell thingy? These are just cheap little bells, you guys. I don't know what's wrong with him. Hold on. The little thing in there that wiggles around it. There we go. Okay, so there's a little bell sound. So now let's get that one strung up inside of there. Here's another one that was already done. These don't have to be very long. I'm going to make that one about that long. How long is it? About 1 inch is all that I made the little wire, you guys. And then I'll stick that back up in that same hole and bring it around. You got to be able to have good hands for this little job, you guys. There we go. All right, so there's the one with the little bell in it. All right, and each little cup will have a bell. All right, let's go to the next one. And again, we have to cut all this wire off. Otherwise, the bead won't go down over the wire because it's such a tiny little bead. All right. We don't necessarily have to count or stretch the wire out. We just need to get it long enough, and then we can cut it however we need it to be. We know we need 10 beads, okay? So we'll put this in here like this, same way as we did the last one. Put our little wire through the hole and give it 2 little twists. Keep the wire away from the other one just while we get our beads on, and away we go. I can do it in the same pattern, or I can mix them all up. It really doesn't matter. Let's just mix them up. Hello, Susan. Hello, Teresa. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm missing some of your comments because I'm over here putting beads on wire. Darn it. If I missed your comment, come back and say hello again if you'd like. If not, I'll see you when I watch the replay. Do any of you know where to find these beads at? I'm thinking they're vintage. I don't know for sure, but I've had them for so long, and I don't know if they still make them. I'm sure they probably do. I just don't know. I don't even know what kind of bead they're called. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, thank you. And then a pink. Hello, Teresa. How are you? Thank you so much for being here with us. We're doing part 2 for those of you that are coming in. We're doing part 2 of my wind chime. I did not like the way, I just ran out of time yesterday. I needed to have more time for my paint to be able to dry. And I needed more time to add these little beads and stuff on. Actually, these beads were an afterthought, you guys, to be very honest. I didn't like the way the wires looked. When it was hanging, I just thought it looked hideous. I wanted to cover those wires up. So that's what we're doing. We're adding little, very pretty little beads to these little cup wires. I bet you could probably find them on Temu. Oh gosh, Angel, I don't shop on Temu. But I'm sure you probably could. Yeah, I don't do Temu, you guys. My husband does. I've only bought from Temu one time, and it was just to see if I would really get what I was ordering, and I did. I was surprised, but I really did get what I wanted. So, yeah, I just don't order from Temu. I'd rather support my friends that are on here. They're small businesses, and yeah, so that's how I do my shopping for beads and stuff, if I need them. I've got so much stuff, you guys. Okay, there's our 10 beads. So now we just need to put this first one on. And how I did this last time was I left this longer this time because I want this to be able to come up through where, hopefully I can tell where I had them at. I'm thinking right here. There's one of them. So I want this to be able to come up through here and then join at the top up here. So we also need to come up here to the top now and put more beads. We better get this one. Let me cut some more wires, you guys. Before I get too far ahead of myself, let me just measure it. That'll help. So this one we've got 22. If I do about 15 inches of wire, then it'll give me more than I need, but plenty, all right? And then that way I won't run out of it. So now we need to come up in here, like I was just saying, all right? And we're going to add more beads to the top of it. Hopefully we'll have enough beads by doing that. Let's put the big beads on top, all right? That's a good idea. We'll put the purple and white, the larger beads, on the top of it. That'll be very pretty. Okay, here we go, guys. I think as I go. How many of you craft like that? I'm sure most of us do. I don't know of anyone that would have their craft completely planned out from beginning to end 100%. That's just not me. I always change things up a little bit. So here's what I like that. So that's what it'll look underneath. And then up top, we'll have these 4. Look how pretty. And it matches the top. So that'll be on the top part, okay? And then it'll be 4 of these coming together at the top. So let's... what can I put on there, you guys? I don't know what to put on there. I don't want my beads to fall off. We'll just hold it. put a little, well, let me put a little piece of tape on it or something. How about a little piece of clay? Aha, I heard somebody said, if you want your beads to stay on, use a piece of clay. I'm so glad I remembered that just now, you guys. So here's another trick to learn. If you need your beads to stay on, grab a piece of clay. A clip would work too, Lori. Hobby Lobby sells a strand of these. Oh, awesome. I'm going to go get me some more because I think they're cool. Well, hello, Charlotte. How are you, baby girl? Charlotte is with her mama. Hello, Hannah. Hi, Ginger. How are you? Thank you for being here. Thanks, Melanie. It is really pretty. I'm glad that I decided to come back and add a little more to it, you guys, because it needed it. It really did. All right, guys. So now I'm just going to put this through here, and then I know that my clay won't fall, or my beads won't fall off while I'm doing these other ones. Okay, on to the next one, guys. This is turning out great. And it's probably going to take the whole hour just to put these little beads on, right? I'm not a super duper fast crafter. That's just not me. Thanks, Sandy. How are you? Sandy, I'm so excited for your birthday bash. It's going to be so fun. All right, guys, let's get a nice big long piece of bead or wire here. I don't care. It's in a case like this, it's better to go over than to be short, all right? So if it's longer than what we need, that's okay. All right, so now we're going to take this little cup here, and we're going to put it through just like we've been doing, put it through the little holes. I showed my husband my video that I did with you guys yesterday, and I said, look, I used your little things you brought home, and he got a kick out of me talking about his job, and he thought that was pretty cool, and how I didn't have to drill it because all the holes were already here. He's funny. He's at work today. He's off tomorrow. And he'll go rock hunting if it's nice out. My son, they just got a new rock tumbler where they can polish the rocks. They're quite excited. I don't know if they think they're going to find, I don't know what they think they're going to find. They just like to go look for rocks. Hello, Christina. How are you? Oh, you know, Christina, I do all kinds of different crafts. I sure do. Fake baking is my newest one. Fake baking is my newest baby. Definitely. That one I've only been doing for a short time. I really like that blue one, so let's get another one of those on there. So remember, we're doing 10 beads on the bottom, and then 5 beads, it looks like, on the top. Hi, Diane. How are you? Thank you for being here with me. Okay, guys, we need 2 more. Feel like I'm running out of colors here. Well, this one, where's the hole? There it is. Yeah, this is going to be so pretty. All right, so there's that one. Now it has all its little beads, so now we're going to string it up here. This is going to get tricky on me, you guys. Hopefully I'll be able to finagle these things around here. So this one's right here. You got to kind of bring these. I learned this when I was doing this last night. You kind of need to balance these out. Otherwise, it can be lopsided on you. Let's see. Okay, so far that's what we have underneath and on top. Isn't this great? All right, so lay that down there. And now we're going to get more of the beads on top. We're going to start with purple. Hello, Alyssa. Hi, Brooke. How are you? How are you ladies doing? Thank you so much for coming and joining me. It is so nice out here, you guys. The windows are open. Darn. Having trouble seeing these holes. Thanks, Diane. Thank you for sprinkling, Alyssa. Alyssa, do you ever get in trouble for doing that as often as you do it? I sure appreciate it. I don't know. People get in trouble for doing the darndest things on here anymore. I just was wondering if you've ever encountered any kind of pushback from, you know, the platform. All right, there's that. So now we're just gonna, we definitely did not need as much as I had on that one that time. Goodness gracious, girlfriend. All right, now I'm gonna bring these two. Okay, I'm gonna connect these two right here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put another bead up there, I think, maybe. I don't know. For now, I'm just gonna twist these together up at the top, you guys. All right, just like that. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Isn't that pretty? And now we need to do 2 more cups and 2 more tops up there. We can take that clay off now because I tied it off at the top. Okay, so now another cup. Oh, that sounds fun, Angel. What do you feed them? Chocolate chip pancakes. Are you serious? Wow. Mine eat marigolds. My neighbor has a feeder, a squirrel feeder, and she puts great big peanuts in there, whole peanuts, and then they come to my yard and bury them in my planters. So when I go out to plant my flowers this year, we'll have the fun of seeing how many peanuts we can find in my planters, and we will find a lot. It's always fun. We laugh. We just think it's great. We'll all yell, I found another peanut. See who can find the most peanuts in the planters. It's nice, but turned the air on today for the first time. Oh, gosh, Albert. Yeah, it's getting close to that time, isn't it? Where are you at, Albert? I don't even know. You must be in a warm area. Hello, Margarita. Thank you. Hello, Christy. How are you? All right, guys, we're going to cut another big piece of wire because I liked that one was long. It was a little long. But this one, I'm going to cut a smaller one on this one. Got to get the little bell in there. I almost forgot. We've got 2 little bells to add inside of each of these other ones. Got to get our little bells. They love everything sweet. Well, they sure like my marigolds. Oh. Diane, we had 5 big deer. Awesome. Southern Ohio. So your weather is probably like Crafty Mountains, maybe. I don't know. No, she's in northern Idaho, I think. Or Ohio. All right, guys, let's get this little bell inside this cup. And we needed to bring this around. We're not getting all of our steps done, you guys, on these other ones. We'll get our thing out there and the beads will fall off if I don't get it all tightened down. Okay, that one's done. Get our little bell up in there. A lot of twisting, you guys. I have arthritis in my hands. If any of you have that, you know this little pinching motion. It does not feel good on your hands when you have arthritis. Okay, there's one little bell. So now we've got 3 bells done. There's another little bell. I hope I'm not missing bells. Oh, I see them. Sometimes when you have littles, they like to take off with your bells and stuff, don't they? Crafty Ma'am is up around Michigan. I've never been to Ohio. I've never been hardly anywhere, though. So that's no surprise that I've never been to Ohio. I'm so excited, you guys. Now I'm happy about the wind chime. Now I feel really good in my heart. Don't you love it when you do something and it's pretty and you're like, yeah, I made that. Otherwise, you have to, it's okay though to try new things, you guys. And then if you can, like I'm doing, add to it, you know, change things up a little bit. We do that all the time. It's just not always on live. That's the only difference, is that now a lot of us are live, so it makes it a little harder. Okay, you ready to hear it so far? I don't know how well you can hear it. It'll be nice outside. And it looks pretty. Look at it so far. I almost could stop right there, but we can't. We've got 2 more cups to do. So now we have another orange and our lavender. So let's get that done. I think I just dropped a great big wire. I think. Oh, no, it's right. Yeah, I did just drop a big wire, didn't I? Hold on, guys. I got to find that great big wire. Here, wire. Oh, there it is. Those blend in with the floor, too. Hello, Cousin Mary. How are you? I went through Ohio to get to you. We flew by plane. We landed in Pittsburgh and then came to Johnstown. Did I go through Ohio? I don't know. I don't know. In the Northeast Ohio, it was high 50s here. Awesome. It's nice here, you guys. I don't know what the temperature is for sure, but it is very nice today. So nice. All right, guys, let's get the rest of this thing done. Ready? Here we go. So we're going to bring this up like we've been doing. We're adding beads for those of you who just came in to the wind chime. You're closer to Kentucky. Well, oh, darn it, I messed up, you guys. I have never been to Kentucky either. I've been to Pennsylvania. I've been to Wyoming only a couple of times, and I live right next to them. I pretty much am just in Montana, you guys. I really don't travel a lot. My husband and I are not travelers, but I do want to travel. I want to, it's not that I want to travel. I want to come to retreats with all of you guys. Hi, Lydia's. How are you? No, we didn't drive there. No, we flew. That was the last time, the only time, twice, Mary, when I was 4 and when I was 8. And then, that was the last time I was on an airplane, you guys. I was 8 years old. And if or when, whatever, I will drive. I don't think I'll fly. I don't want to fly anywhere. No. If God wanted me to fly, you guys, he'd have gave me wings. I'm just kidding. I might fly somewhere. You never know. I might get real brave someday, you guys. You never know. I can't say never because I might. All right, guys, back to 10 beads. Here we go. It is looking sharp. I'm loving it, loving it. It would be so fun. You're close to PA, Tasha? Awesome. Half of my family, my whole dad's side, is in Pennsylvania. So I would like to go to Pennsylvania someday. The sooner the better, right, Mary? That would be fun. I have siblings that travel all over the place. And my parents, you know, before my dad was gone, they did a little bit of traveling. Not a whole lot, but they did. They did travel. I'm trying to find a bead that I don't have for a color on here, but it's getting kind of hard. All right, guys, let me see. There's our tin. Okay, so there's our other cup, our last orange one. So now we need to tighten this around here real good. I guess I'll do that when I get it. No, we can go now. Do you guys argue with yourself when you craft like I do? Or am I just a nutcase? You will be flying to San Antonio on April 14th to see my daughter, son-in-law, and grandbabies. Well, that is worth flying for, Melanie. That will be fun. You're an hour from Erie, PA. I think I've been to Erie, but I don't know for sure. Mary, was I by Erie? I don't know. I really don't know. Pam, you're in Pennsylvania. You're in Pennsylvania, Christy. There's a lot of people. See, I need to go to, yep, my cousin's in Johnstown. Her mom and my dad were siblings. I would love to go to PA. Yeah, if I went anywhere right now, it would be Pennsylvania. Or San Antonio, Texas. I would go see Pastor Hagee. Those are my two places. San Antonio, Texas, to go see all of my crafters that I love, or to Pennsylvania. That's my two places I'd like to be. Who knows what'll happen? You just never know, you guys. Maybe someday I'll surprise everybody. All right. There's that one. Oh, this is looking so cute. All right, now we got to do our beads on the top. Hello, Maricela. You are in San Antonio. You were one of the crafters I was talking about. Yes, I would love to come and see you and Marissa and Debbie. And who else is in San Antonio? I don't know. Hi, Molly. How are you? There's lots of places that everybody could go and see, you know? It'd be neat to, to know that you could travel somewhere and enjoy it with your family. All right, guys, I'm going to use the clay thing on this one for just a minute because I need to bring up the other side before I put that other one on. So let's bring this one over. Got to cut the old wire that we used yesterday off. We're almost done, you guys. You are fun, Mary. That'll be fun. Thank you, Tony. I'm so glad that I came back with you guys and redid them. I have been to Corn. You have? I do. That's where I do church every Sunday. Yes. I was there this morning. You know, you guys, there is no distance with Jesus. So I just stand in faith that I'm right there, and I do it all with them. I love it. Yes. You can come and stay with me. Then we can drive about 3.5 hours to WOJ. Pam, that would be fun. That would be fun. I'm just a few hours from San Antonio. My youngest is in Comfort, so we go to. Awesome. You go to San Antonio. Yeah, my dad, he's so funny. He was so funny. He owned land in Texas, you guys. So when we were little kids, I think he bought this land probably when he was in the Air Force before him and my mom got married. I don't know. It was an investment he made. He had a little piece of land. And he always was kidding, and he'd joke about how they might strike oil on his land. And so we always laughed. I don't think he ever struck oil. Not that I ever heard. Not that I ever heard. But it's funny. You're going to strike oil someday. My dad was a wonderful man, you guys. He sure was. You just don't realize, do you, until it's too late. And then it's just that, it's too late. You've been to Cornerstone? Did you love it? Oh my gosh, I would love to go there in person. I would love it. I have studied with Pastor Hagee for, oh gosh, you guys, I don't even know how many years. When we're not leaving the house to go to church right now. And so when I would, when I was in leadership at church and everything, I would do church with Pastor Hagee before I went to church. So I did 2 church services every morning. That was fun. So I have been watching Pastor Hagee on TV. Now it's on my phone. But, oh gosh, you guys, I don't even know how long. I don't even know. Oh, can't do that one yet. I almost put 2 colors together, you guys. Pay attention when you're stringing your beads like this so you don't get too close together. I'm sure it is beautiful, Maudie. I have seen some amazing photos and stuff. It looks amazing. Awesome. Jenny lives there? Really, Mary? And you know, there's skyscrapers, right, you guys? Well, I've never seen a skyscraper. The only building we have in here that's, you know, the tallest building in Montana, I think, is in Billings. And it's really not that tall. Not really. It's a bank building. And it's not very tall. I don't know what I would think. They say that some people, if they're not used to being like in Montana with the big open sky, that it scares them. They feel like they're going to fly away or something. They're going to float away or something. And I think I would be very afraid of all the tall buildings. I do. I think I would be afraid of them falling on me. You love Texas, Melanie? You have important prayer requests. Can you message it to me, Molly? Or if you want, you can put it on here. You can ask on here if it's something, if it's a private thing, then you can message me. Or if you'd like a bunch of us to be praying for you, you can put it on here. It's up to you. It's your choice. Yeah. Okay, we need 2 more on this one. We better hurry up, you guys. We're not, it's a good thing I didn't plan to do any painting. I almost thought about putting polka dots and stuff on the cups first, and then I thought, no. You learned your lesson yesterday, remember? Painting takes a long time to dry, and it actually doesn't need more paint now that we've got all these other things. Oh, look at this little tiny white one. That was the only one like that. There's other clear ones, but not, that was the only white. All right, there's that one all done. So now we're going to bring it up like we did these other 3 and put our purple and white on the top. It's getting heavy, you guys. Boy, this is going to have to go on a good tree branch. We'll stick this one right here. Hopefully that's a good enough balance. Let's see right there. That's what it's going to look like. Isn't that cute? It's so much better like this. Oh, I'm so glad, praise God, that I decided to try to add to it, you guys. Your beading needle looks like mine when I get done. That's just a piece of wire. That's not a needle. That's just a piece of floral wire I'm sticking through there. Thanks, Mary. See how many of you guys are on here and now you know where you're all at? You guys should go have lunch. If you're all on here together, you should plan a picnic. And if you're ever in Montana, let me know. We'll have a picnic. Praise God, Molly. But he has to have his esophagus removed. That's where the cancer was. I will be praying for him, Molly. Oh my gosh, his esophagus. Wow. I absolutely will be praying for him. Okay, hold on, you guys. Let's get the clay off of there. Because now I have to figure out how to... Oh, yeah, remember I said I was going to put a bead. All right, you guys, we're going to bring all 4 of these together with one bead. Hopefully I can do this. Hold on. Oh, goodness. All right, guys, ready? We're going to try this. Here we go. We'll do it with a white one. Hopefully all 4 wires will fit in that little hole. It's kind of tricky. So far, so good. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way or not, you guys. We're experimenting, okay? Hold on, let me figure this out. Oh, I'm so sorry, Molly. Praise God that he's, you know, still here and there's room for hope. There seems to be so much cancer lately, you guys. I'm hearing about it from so many places. All right. Now we got to pull all of these up. And get that one down in there. Work. Oh, that one little one tried to fall back out, you guys. Hold on. I'm trying to figure it out, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up each of these little wires. I think we're getting it, guys. Hold on. Oh. Just when I think I'm getting it, you guys, it messes back up on me. Hold on. I think what the problem is that I've got these wires all turned around inside that bead. Come on. Which one is which? There, I finally found it. There was one that I couldn't find, you guys. I found it though. All right, now to get this, I'm going to take this short wire and wrap it around all of these. I'm almost done, you guys. Hold on. And then we'll have just enough time to add 2 more little bells on the inside. And guess what? We did our wind chime this time. It is so pretty and colorful. Thank you, Christy. Thank you for praying, Linda. All right, you guys, there's that. And now we need to cut this wires. Hopefully they all stay in there for me, or I will be such a sad panda. And there it is. It worked. There's our little wind chime. Look. It worked, you guys. Look how pretty that is. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right. So now we just need to do a couple more little things. We need to get this little wire right here needs to be put on there just a little bit better on the lavender cup. And I could come back in here and paint little polka dots to make it, you know. I think it's okay though the way it is. What do you guys think? You think it needs polka dots or you think it's okay? Thank you. It is festive. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, you guys. I like it. My heart feels so much better about it today. When I left you guys yesterday, I was a little, I felt bad. I did. I was a little, I wasn't embarrassed, but I just felt like it didn't, I don't see the other two little bells, you guys. But I have a little baby that loves jingle bells, and he may have taken off with them. And that's okay, because I have lots more down in my craft room. So I'll just, oh, wait, here they are. Here's one right here. Okay, let's get one more little bell in here. We have just enough time to put a couple more little bells in here and get as much of that done as we can. All right. It is so cute. It is, it is. Thank you, Ramona and Angel. It's fine as is, Angel? Are you seeing my comments? Yes, Ginger. I have to keep going in and out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ginger, that's happening to a lot of people, not just you. Hi, Carly. How are you? Did you see my my wind chime? I came back and redid it with some pretty little beads. Now I'm happy about it. I'm not a sad panda no more. Were you a sad panda, he says. Thank you, Molly. Yes. Thank you, Sam. No polka dots, Angel? Well, Angel, polka dots are fun. Especially when it's all the other colors. All right, guys, let me make one more look here. I can't find, there's one little bell missing. That's okay. We'll find it another day. I'll just get a different one from downstairs, and I'll make sure it has all its little jingle bells. But that's it. I did it. I'm so happy. So now you can just hang it over a branch like this, and it'll jingle in the wind. And it's got its little jingle bells. Isn't that pretty? Look at all the pretty colors. I forgot to post a picture of my my outdoor table that I told you guys about. So when I get off of here, I will have to go to my private page and find that picture, and then I'll post it into my business page so that you guys can all see it. How's that sound? Yeah, sometimes you just need to sleep on it, Carly. Exactly. And I knew I had these little beads. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, you guys. I think it's adorable. I'm much happier with my kitchen scrap project now. So I'm very thankful that, I had the second day to be able to come back and do Crafter's Choice. And my choice was to redeem myself. To redeem my wind chime. Oh my gosh. I found dry clay at Hobby Lobby yesterday, but it's a kit. I've never bought clay from Hobby Lobby. Ginger, I can't private message you. You have to private message me. Yeah, a business can't private message a person. So, oh, it's a business to a business. I'll go to my private page and send you a private message for your invoices, you mean? Yeah, I've been waiting for it. I never thought about that. You're a business. I guess businesses can't private message each other either. I guess after we do, then we can, I think. I don't know. I'll try to do it, okay? If I'm not able to, then we'll figure something out, okay? Now you can remove the previous photo and update. Oh, no. I'm not going to do that, Angel. No, I wouldn't remove the post. It is what it is. That post is there. Thank you, Ginger. Yeah, I'm not going to remove that other post. That was my work that day. It was, I can do an updated thing of it, but I wouldn't erase that post. No. Anyway, you guys, so listen, I'm going to let you all go. My time is up, pretty close to it. And so we're all going to go. We just have a couple more crafters, you guys, and then our whole day is over. Who is up after me is Creating with Love and Grace, and that is with Heather. And so let's all go over there and see what Heather has for us today. You'll enjoy her. She is fun. And then I will be on live tomorrow morning, you guys, doing another live sale. So if you're looking for any kind of goodies, handmade, or even supplies, come and see me tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the whole week, my other group that I'm in, Debbie's Bright and Early Crafters, they've taken the whole week off for Holy Week. So we won't have any group flyers and things like that. We don't have any scheduled lives. But I will still be going live every single day. You guys, I've been live. Can you believe that? I have gone live at least once a day, every day since January 1st. Oh, I'm loving it, you guys. I love this. Thank you so much for all the support. So anyway, let's go over with Heather at Creating with Love and Grace, right? Creating with Love and Grace with Heather. And I will talk to you all later on. Bye, guys. Have a great night.